Long time no see, folks. I don't really have any fish to show, but I'd like to have a moment with BookTube. This is all y'all's fault. I sat down to find a simple series that I read a long time ago, and look what happened. So this is my TBR. That's all y'all's fault. It happened, stumbling across folks like David Green, BookTube, many others. I spent a lot of time trying to find a certain series, and I ran into all this. Now, for the most part, some of this I have read, like the Inheritance Cycle. I read that. I have not read Mortog yet. I just got this one. When I stopped reading it, that was it. I wasn't aware all these years that he had done this one, or even that one, until I started looking. I used to have these in the paperback. I prefer hardback, obviously. As far as softback goes, I mean, I have some. I have this one in here. I keep this one in here because I met him. He's autographed this, and other than that, it's 10th anniversary. Except for that, and actually, is that in 10th? I can't remember. I don't know if that is 10th anniversary, but these are all 10th anniversary, except for Keanu Reeves' new book, The Book of Elsewhere, which I'm really looking forward to reading this. I like what he's done. I like who he is, at least that we get to see. You don't hear crazy shit about him, and he seems very, very humble. And he seems like he's a very creative person, so I'm looking forward to reading this. And then I have on this stack, I have the Dragon Lords. I heard this is really good and funny, and I like that. I like a quick pace, funny romp through the fantasy world. And then over here, this is another shelf. Oops, sorry, I had to pick something up of mine. Which, I mean, Arthur C. Clarke is not. This one's not fantasy. But I mean, for the most part, hey, yeah, I had to have that. I got the rest of Christopher. These are the main populace of the softbacks up here. I'm getting ready to get 8 and 9. And then that's it for softback. Those are my brothers. Now, as far as other books, I got some of my faves, which was Twilight Eyes from Dean R. Koontz, back in the day. And you can see I also have Keanu Reeves omnibus of his comics, or graphic novels. Not comics, I apologize. There's some other books. I thought this, I know this might sound weird, but I thought this sounded like an interesting, let me get up here, interesting story. I really want to read this, and I seen her give a description of her dragon on one of her videos, and I really want to read this. I like a sassy dragon. And then, my Abercrombie. Yeah, so also I got my eyes on the sequels of some of these. But this is my most prized collection. I like the series. I thought he did a great job, given his age. I mean, if you compare, to me, it's impressive. It's very, very impressive, and I'm really, really excited to get into this. And I've read this, and I'm getting ready to read after I read the Fractal Holographic Universe from Billy Carson, which I'm currently reading. Plus, I'm running the audio book of Dungeon Crawler Carl. Hello. So, what I was hoping to accomplish is get BookTube's help finding a series, because that's what really led to the vast majority of this. I wasn't planning on buying all these books, but I remembered how much I love to read. And you guys brought some great reviews of a lot of these books that caused me to buy them. I mean, you see them. So what I hope to accomplish is find a certain series. Now, this series could have been back from, I don't know, sometime it was in the 90s, early 2000s. So when I read it, I don't know if it was like a Dragonlance or it was kind of like one of those that you would find. It might have been young adult at the time. I'm not sure about that. But what I do remember is it was a Dragon Rider story. The young Dragon Rider was taken under the wing of an elder kind of elf who was a former Dragon Rider. The dragons are kind of scarce. If I remember correctly, the young boy was given a sword, and in this sword he was able to put a red jewel or a precious stone. It might not have been red, it might have been a different color. And he could store magic in it. The elf, towards the end, had the surprise that you come to find out he still got his dragon. It's a golden dragon, and it's missing a leg. And part of he was the elf instructed him to go out to a field, like a little meadow, and sit on a stump and reach out with his mind and make contact with the other consciousnesses in the field, which led him to revelations that take part about being one with everything. Blah blah blah. But yeah, it was part of how to wield his magic and become stronger and this and that. So I can't remember what color his dragon was, but I mean there was definitely different colored dragons, and I would love to remember what the name of this series was and get these books and reread that, because that's really what I wanted to read. Aside from that, Aragon's my favorite. The Inheritance Cycle is my favorite. I'm really looking forward to reading Mortog. And yeah, that's that. So if any of y'all have any ideas on what that story was, please leave it in a comment. Yeah, happy reading. I do have some paperback, like oh Lord, that's not going to be good in production.